All right, welcome back. Today we are playing Vintage Cube Draft. We've got a piece of power in this pack, so I'm going to take it. Quantum Riddler's also in blue. I could take Necromancy, try and do Reanimator. More mana in the Lotus Petal. I think if I'm just trying to take the best card in the pack here, I'll take this Necromancy and maybe that becomes useful. All right. Well, now we have something that we could reanimate in this Griselbrand. Cap is also cool if blue stuff is a thing that we're just doing. I think we'll just take the Griselbrand to go with the Necromancy. All right, what do we have here? We have Mystical Tutor, Knight's Whisper just to draw cards. Yeah, I'll take the card draw. That seems fine. All right, here we have Frantic Search. We have a Creeping Tar Pit, which is a land that is the two colors that we are. Frantic Search helps me get things into the graveyard to reanimate. Yeah, I'll take that. Here we have Recurring Nightmare, which is sort of a reanimate. Also have Sedgemoor Witch. Could try and do Wife Guy if it comes around. I think the card to take here is the Recurring Nightmare. Maybe. Yeah, let's just take that. Hymn to Torox, pretty good. Thought Scour is probably better. Yeah, I'll take the Thought Scour. All right, here we have a wheel, but it doesn't keep things in my graveyard. Let's just take the Moonshadow. I like that. All right, we've got Blightsteel, which I can't reanimate, but I do tend to look for show and tell when I'm doing reanimator stuff. There's a Stern Scolding here too. I don't currently have any interaction. It's not very good. I'm going to take the Blightsteel. Here we take Talisman. We take a Ponder. I guess Spellseeker is fine. Nothing here is probably being played. The Triumph can, I guess, just go to the sideboard. All right, we got the Witcher come around. I thought that might happen, so this is actually playable. That's nice. I'd only ever play it for the 2 mana, probably, but I'm going to stick it in the sideboard for now. Okay, pack 2. We have a Shallow Grave. Oh, there's the Show and Tell. I'm going to take the Show and Tell. I think it's just a little better than the Shallow Grave. Yeah. That Triumph could come back around and be really nice too. All right, we've got an Entomb. I'd really like to see probably either Lose Focus or Watery Grave come around, or Grief. All of those would be decent, but it's definitely Entomb here. I'm in the market for some additional monsters, probably, since only one of these is really reanimatable. All right, here we have Brazen Borrower. That's pretty sweet. Collective Brutality is fine. Yogg's Will, I mean, it's a messed up magic card, but I don't think it's what I'm looking for here. What's the Wasp do? Flash Flying. When it enters, tap something down. Oh, and it loses all abilities. That's really good too. Brazen Borrower is probably better, but I kind of want to play with the new card, so let's take the Wasp. All right, here we have, I mean, Jace is a great card. Dress in Dark Ritual, also great. I think I'll take the, that's a tough one. I think I'll take the Dark Ritual. Maybe Jace or Duress come back around. Snapcaster's great. Twilight Diviner is really good for reanimator stuff. That one might come back around. Liliana and Snapcaster won't. Liliana is probably a little better. Yeah, let's take the Lily. Polluted Delta. I mean, Unearthed is technically a reanimate, but not for what I'm trying to do. It's just the Delta. All right, here we have Life Death. Death is just reanimate with a little extra mana cost. Oh, Troll is good. Let's take Troll. That's a thing to reanimate, is a land. I do like this Black Widow just as a thing to do early in the game. Thieving Skydiver's not bad either. I'm going to take the Black Widow. Cool. Shallow Grave came back around. I don't think I need the Master of Death. The Triome also is all of my lands plus forest. I'm going to take the Triome. Sweet Watery Grave came back around. Brazen Borrower came back around. That's awesome. I'll put the Curtain in the sideboard. Oh my, Twilight Diviner came back. Everything is coming up perfect. Wow, we even got the life death back. And the Triome would let me cast life. Not that I probably would ever do that, but technically it's an option. Alright, what do we have in the last pack? We have an Animate Dead. Yep, that's the thing we're taking. Other things here that would be considerable. I mean, Get Probe is good. It's really the only thing in this pack that I think I'd be excited about getting back. I guess Waterlogged Grove is something. Or 6 if I want to go bug, but we'll just take the Animate Dead here. Alright. Harvester of Misery is good to reanimate. Krang, also pretty good to reanimate. Just a 9/9. Big idiot. Strix, generic good card. Flash can be good, but I haven't gotten like Metamorphosis Fanatic to go with it. Or anything else that's worth flashing. Overlord's pretty good. I think I'm going to take Krang. Yeah. And if like weirdly a Tinker shows up, I've got 2 sweet Tinker targets as well. Okay, here we have Super Shredder is probably the best option. Alpha Deathclaw, not a terrible option to reanimate. But I think I'm kind of doing okay there. We'll take the Deathclaw. No, we'll take Shredder. Deathclaw might come back. Emperor of Bones. Yep. Minsc and Boo this late. It's pretty exciting for somebody, presumably. Alright, here we have Triplicate Titan. Another thing that can be reanimated. Yeah, I don't think anything else here really speaks to me. Tinker would go wild in this deck. Okay, there's the Fanatic, so if Flash does come back around, we can do weird Fanatic Flash things. We've seen most of Thoracle combo with Breach, but I don't think we've seen a Brain Freeze. There's the Bayou. Bitter Triumph is some removal, and I'm pretty low on that. We'll take that. The Worm. Oh, and there's the Brain Freeze, so the whole Breach line is around. I could take the Worm, especially if I'm thinking about grabbing Flash. Something in this pack is coming back to me. I'm going to take the Undercity Sewers. Okay, nothing here really matters. I don't think I care about Shelldock Isle. I'll just take a Mind Stone and probably not play it. Okay, there's Flash. Flash Titan is great. Flash Fanatic is great. I will take that. Deathclaw came back around. That's another thing I can reanimate. Or even, I mean, honestly, that's not the worst thing to flash either. It becomes a destroy anything. Here we take Damnation for the sideboard. Works for me. Nothing here gets played. We'll put the Sentinel in the sideboard. I'm not a PO deck, but sure. Okay, Eternal Witness. That's fine. We won't play it, but would have been cool if it would have been the Worm. Actually, Worm maybe couldn't ever come back around. I think I miscounted the packs. All right, let's build a deck. Okay, so monsters. This is a monster, but also kind of a land. I'm going to put it over there. Krang might just be the worst option here. We'll see how we're doing on slots. Unearth doesn't really matter. I'm not worried about running that. Not super worried about Mind Stone, but Talisman's pretty good. Wondrous Wasp is kind of a maybe. Not playing Eternal Witness. Not playing Sedgemoor Witch. Do I care about Spellseeker? It does let me go get Entomb lets me get, yeah, I guess that's the only thing it really lets me get that matters. I don't think I'm playing Spellseeker. Show and Tell's great. Frantic Search, pretty good. Definitely need some more cuts. Do I care about Recurring Nightmare? I don't think so. I don't think that's where we're at. I think we're Entomb, Necromancy, Death, Emperor Bones, or Animate Dead, Necromancy, Death, Emperor, Fanatic. I think that's enough ways to reanimate. Do I care about this Talisman? Maybe I don't. I don't think I do. Is Black Widow good? Yeah, that's pretty decent. I think we do cut the Wondrous Wasp, maybe. Do I care about Blightsteel? Probably not, honestly. It's no good to flash. It can't be reanimated. It only works with Show and Tell. The rest of these all work with Show and Tell, or I guess Griselbrand doesn't really work with flash, but everything else can either be reanimated, Show and Told, and most of them can also be flashed. I think maybe I don't actually need Blightsteel. Is Twilight Diviner just too cute? Almost. Well, only a couple of these are legends, so the Diviner would work. This is maybe fine. Let's try this. Okay, so we've got 14 real lands, plus Troll, plus Ponder, Recall. I think this is fine. Yeah. I think this is the deck we're going to run. Before we get into it, I want to say that if you aren't subscribed yet, I'm still trying to get that number up. So why don't you double check? It's right there in the bottom of the bottom corner of the video. If you could subscribe, that would be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. It helps a lot. That's all I'm going to say about it. And with that, we can go ahead and get into the games. I'm excited to announce that I'll be attending KubeCon 2026 in Madison, Wisconsin, August 27th through 30th. KubeCon features the world's largest organized cube tournament with 75 unique cubes submitted and voted on by the community. Alongside the main event tournament, there are side events, open play, and even a late night bar cube. There really is something for everyone at this event. Check out the link in the description for more information, and I hope to see you there. We are on the draw here in round 1 with a hand that has Troll, Entomb. I can try and draw into something to do with the Night's Whisper. We'll try it. I think it's good enough to try. All right. Well, we found our Watery Grave. That's okay. Let's lead on a swamp. And we'll just we'll Swamp Cycle in there instead. They've got a Mox Jet, Jitte. That's all that they're playing. All right. We'll cycle off this Troll. Let's grab I guess we could grab the Undercity Sewers to play next turn. I don't really want to play it right now because I want to be able to Night's Whisper. So we'll play the island and we'll Night's Whisper. We hit Moonshadow and Recall, and we'll pass the turn, discarding this basic swamp. Opponent just plays a mountain and passes. All right, we've drawn Krang, which doesn't really help me at the moment, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and play this Undercity Sewer. The Triome, I don't think I'm in need of that, so we'll go ahead and put that in the graveyard. And then we can play Moonshadow, Recall in their instep. I think that works for me. Okay, opponent does actual nothing. All right, we found Flash and Griselbrand and Triplicate Titan. Okay, well, that's interesting. I'll start by playing this. If we play Polluted Delta, we can make Moonshadow a little bigger. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'll play Polluted Delta. How do I want to go about this turn? I could flash Triplicate Titan. There's no point in doing that before their instep, though. am unfortunately drawing all of my reanimation targets, but that's kind of okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to fetch to grow Moonshadow and just attack for 2 and then do stuff on their turn. I will grab another swamp. It doesn't really matter. And then I will attack them. All right. Ah, the opponent was holding a Wandering Emperor. Yeah, that's fine. They still can't. Yeah, they can't block it, but they can exile tapped creature. Yep, that's fine. Unfortunate, but that's okay. Aha, I can discard to hand size again. Let's discard Krang. Voice of Victory. Well, I guess if I'm going to flash, I have to do it now. Put in the Triplicate Titan. Don't pay for it. Get a bunch of 3/3s. They're going to gas up their Voice of Victory with the Emperor. They've got an Oust for my flying token. Sure. Jitte getting equipped to the Voice. And they're done. Okay. Now I have Dark Ritual. Can I just cast this Griselbrand? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Nope, not quite. Close, though. All right, I'll play Island. Next turn, I can play Griselbrand. I will just send both of these at the Wandering Emperor. All right, and then I will pass the turn. They're going to use the Jitte to kill my Vigilance token, which is fine. I knew what I was getting into. Glimmerlands, sweet card. I take a bunch of damage here from Voice and Warriors. Go to 16. They're going to move the Jitte over to the Rebel. All right, my turn. We found a Frantic Search. Frantic Search could technically draw into one of the reanimates and also discard the Griselbrand. It could also just hard cast the Griselbrand, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cast Griselbrand. And then next turn I can potentially Frantic Search, trying to find stuff. So here's a Dark Ritual and Griselbrand. Okay. And then I don't have to do anything right now. I don't think it makes sense to attack. And I can start drawing cards with Griselbrand next turn. Or on their turn, really, if they try and do anything. They've got a Mana Crypt, cycling off a Triome. Opponent is Hellbent. Yeah, they just played a land. They don't have anything. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. They obviously are on board a lot better than I am. Well, is that even really true? I have a Griselbrand, so like they're in a pretty bad spot. They are attacking because, let's see, this is a 2/2, which they could remove a counter from. I think I just should not block this. If I block there, I believe they kill the Griselbrand. So I could have blocked with the Golem, I guess, but I think this is ultimately fine. Do I want to go ahead and draw 7? No, let's see what we draw for turn. Liliana. I think I would like to start by Frantic Searching. Discard. I don't really need the Watery Grave anymore. I'll discard Watery Grave and Super Shredder. That seems fine. So I did not find any sort of reanimate in that, which is fine. Play my land. I can play Liliana, make them sack something. Then Griselbrand, draw 7 cards. Make you sacrifice a creature. That will probably be the Rebel. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, we found Death, which doesn't work. Oh, but here we go. If I show and tell Metamorphosis Fanatic, they're Hellbent, so they don't get to show and tell anything. That seems good. And Metamorphosis Fanatic's gonna grab the Krang because it has haste. There we go. Yeah, now I'm in a very good spot. Go to combat. We attack with the Griselbrand and the Krang. put them to 6. I go back up to 23. And then I will pass the turn. Yeah, and they're going to concede. Cool. All right, to the sideboard. I don't know if there's anything I really need to change here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go right back in. Okay, this is Swamp Cycle for something that is blue that I can show and tell Alpha Deathclaw. This works for me. Opponent's got a Sacred Foundry, tapped. Okay. Oh, Mana Crypt. Jetay's back. Oh, we got the Bone Zone. That's pretty good too. Okay. Yep. We'll just play this swamp and pass the turn. Opponent lost their Crypt Flip. Good for me. That's all they did. I'm going to grab... I guess it has to be Watery Grave if I want something blue and also to be able to play one of my 2-drops. So that is what we'll grab. Okay. Play Watery Grave. Go ahead and shock it. Do we want Super Shredder or Black Widow or Emperor of Bones? All of these are great options. I think I would like to play Black Widow and pass the turn. So assuming all goes to plan, next turn we have Show and Tell, which can play the Alpha Deathclaw. Oh, alright, they had a Seer for my 2-drop, so it didn't matter. Opponent wins their flip. They have a Stab of the Storyteller. They put the Jitte on the Spirit token. Okay. Let's play in Island. And let's Show and Tell. I will put Alpha Deathclaw into play. I will blow up the Umezawa's Jitte. Yeah. I'd rather blow up the Jitte than anything else they've got going on. Cool. I missed this Parallax Wave. When did this come in? Oh, this was what they show and told. Sure, that makes sense. Cool. So they can... That's what I should have blown up with the Deathclaw, I guess, but that's okay. Voice of Victory. They're going to oust my Deathclaw. Okay, that's fine. That means it didn't get Parallax Waved. That is pretty obnoxious. I'll have to figure out a way to play around it. For now, that way is the Super Shredder. We'll just play that. I could play the Emperor Bones and just only exile their stuff with it for now. And that way if they hit it with the Parallax Wave, it doesn't matter. I think that's what I'm going to do. Move to combat. Let's grab... I don't know that we'll be able to get any of this stuff back, but I'll grab the Jitte. And I'll pass the turn. Opponent lost their Crypt Flip. Cycle off a Triome. Skyclave Apparition. Okay, so something's getting exiled. Alright. Unfortunate to lose my Emperor, but that's okay. I'm going to have Super Shredder block one of the warriors, I guess. Yeah, that seems fine. This Voice of Victory is going to grow Super Shredder extremely quickly. So that's pretty sweet. It is already a 4/4. All right, we got the Deathclaw back. It is getting close to castable if we get our Triome. But right now, that is not in the cards. I will attack for 4. I don't know why my opponent has not used the Parallax Wave to exile anything. Now they're doing it. You could have done that and not taken 4 damage. Oh well. So that'll have to grow again, but that's okay. If the voice is still around, it will grow quickly. Opponent lost the Crypt Flipped again. That's pretty good for me. They've done 9 damage to themselves. I take 6 here. They'll draw a card with their staff. Screaming Nemesis. Okay. That's pretty good. For some reason... Oh, I guess they had to have just drawn that. That makes sense. Grizzlebrand. I can't cast that. Yikes. Okay. I guess I just pass. Hold on, let's see. Doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Looks like I'm going to go to 2 probably. which might be okay if I draw exactly Animate Dead or Necromancy. I'll go ahead and pass the turn. Opponent won their flip this time. Drawing a card with Staff, Glimmerlands, that's fine. I also get my Super Shredder back next turn, but it's going to be tiny, so here we go. See if I did my math right. Yep, I'm at 2. Alright, that is not Animate Dead. Maybe I do want Damnation. Seems like I could be pretty good here. What do I cut for it? Maybe Brazen Borrower? Just kind of different removal. Let's try it. Alright, I finally get to go first. Okay, well I have the Damnation. Yeah, this is a perfectly keepable hand. So I could fetch Surveil, or I could recall in their upkeep. But what am I recalling in their upkeep for, really? I think fetch Surveil is the better option. Okay, I'll just play my Polluted Delta and pass. Undercity Sewers. Do we get a free Entomb? No. We will leave Necromancy on top. Doesn't hurt to have 2 of those. Okay, and now play this island. Ponder? Found Grizzlebrand, Night's Whisper, Thought Scour. Okay, so if I take the Thought Scour, I can mill the Grizzlebrand in there end step, and then I can Animate Dead it. Yeah. So let's put Grizzlebrand, Night's Whisper, Thought Scour, do not shuffle, draw the Thought Scour, and then I will do that on their turn. Voice of Victory again. Jeez. Okay. I will Thought Scour now. Okay. Drew a big monster anyway. That's okay. Play Swamp. I guess Necromancy is better here on specifically Grizzlebrand. And then pass the turn and hope they don't do anything to my Grizzlebrand. If they kill it, that's fine because I have a second send, but if they exile it, I'll be really sad. Flame Slash. Okay. They've dealt 4 damage to it. They've dealt more damage to it. 4 more damage. Okay. So they used 2 cards to kill my Grizzlebrand, which I could have used to draw, but I don't need to right now. Ooh, the Spider Woman kind of sucks. Ah, I drew a tapped land too. That's unfortunate. All right. Well, let's go ahead and Animate Dead again. This is worse because now Grizzlebrand doesn't go neutral when it draws, but that's okay. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and play this Triome tapped, and I'll recall now because I can't do it on their turn. Okay, we found a Show and Tell. That's pretty sweet. Okay. They've got a Multiversal Passage. Jitte is back. That's fine. I take a big chunk of damage here. 5 of it, I believe. Yep. Okay. I can start by gaining a bunch of life. Yep, that's where I'm going to start. If I could draw a removal spell for Spider Woman, that would be way better. I don't really want a Damnation right now. Do I actually want to draw a bunch of cards, though? They have nothing in hand right now. I'll play my land. Just trying to think. If I Grizzlebrand, hit removal, kill Spider Woman, and then Show and Tell Triplicate Titan. Yeah. All right, let's try it. I did not find the removal. That sucks. So let's do this. I think we still Show and Tell Triplicate Titan. And we also play Super Shredder. Yeah, that seems fine. And if I die here somehow, then I deserve it. All right, let's discard Troll of Khazad-dûm, 1 Swamp, and the Moon Shadow. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully I didn't mess up and make myself dead. There's a really good play if I draw the removal. All right, cool. They concede it. So We get a win in round 1. All right. We're on the play here in round 2. We've got a hand that doesn't do a lot, but once we find a monster and put it in the graveyard, we're in really good shape. I think we'll go ahead and keep this. We can fetch our surveil land, see if that finds anything for us, and go from there. Opponent has a surveil land of their own, and they surveil away Mind Twist. Sure. We'll fetch, grab Undercity Sewers. It is a swamp. Well, I don't really want that either, so put that in the graveyard. Okay, we drew a Night's Whisper, so that's at least something to do here. So we'll go ahead and fire that off. We drew Recall and an island. That's fine. Okay, opponent just plays a starting town and passes. We have Flash now. Still isn't super helpful, but that's okay. I guess we could Frantic Search here, try and draw into a monster to then discard. That works. We did not draw a monster. I think I would like to discard the Triome and I guess the Swamp. Keep the rest of this stuff in my hand. Yeah, that's fine. Untap our lands. And everything else can just be done on their turn, so this is fine. I guess there's a world where I recall, hit, and tomb. Oh, but I don't have a 1 mana reanimate anyway, so we'll just do stuff on their turn. They play a swamp and a Grim Monolith. I will go ahead and recall myself in their instep. No, do not reveal Metamorphosis Fanatic. Unfortunate. Okay, and now we can cycle this troll for the Watery Grave. Oh, I guess if I could have flashed Metamorphosis Fanatic there. That's okay. I didn't have anything in the yard though, so it didn't matter. Okay, go to my turn. I'll play Island, and then let's think about this. I can flash Metamorphosis Fanatic, which then the first Fanatic trigger can grab Fanatic, and the next one can grab Troll. Because I don't have anything, I don't have any way to discard this Krang right now. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a fine enough play. I can do all of that during their turn too, which actually means I get to go to discard here, discard Krang, and then I can grab it with the Metamorphosis Fanatic instead. That seems better. Opponent has a bunch of mana, Mightstone and Weakstone. Yep, that's fine. Draw 2 cards. Yep. Maybe this is where I go ahead and send it just in case they draw stuff that matters. Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll send it there. Just in case they're drawing towards counter spells or something. This will grab Metamorphosis Fanatic. Such a cool interaction. And then this Metamorphosis Fanatic will grab Krang. They've got a Metamorph. Oh no. That's fine. It's going to enter as a Krang. Bad news for them. Oh wait, it's indestructible. Oh no. That is actually bad. Okay, well, I can make them really sad. Because I can attack with both, and then I can reanimate the Fanatic again and get Troll. Sewer Valence Cam. Well, now I'm extra sad. Yeah, okay. Well, now it doesn't feel like there's much point in doing this attack. Yeah, I think I'll wait till next turn when I can attack with both of them. Oh, I didn't even play my land that turn. I was too busy thinking. That's okay. Crabominate. Oh no. So exile the top card of library, random card from graveyard, and a card at random from hand. All of this is bad. That's all bad. I guess I'd rather use the Bitter Triumph than them end up with it. I'll pay the life because then they're There are more bad cards than good cards here. Unfortunately, they did hit one of the reanimates. Oh, I guess it's my stuff. What all do they hit? Alpha, Deathclaw, Jesus. And a Death and the Swamp. Okay. Well, that's bad. They reanimated the crab. Sure, that makes sense. Now they have a Moon Shadow, the troll. Yeah, I messed up. I shouldn't have removed it just in case they did hit one of the reanimates. Because they could have killed the Fanatic and that would have been good for me. So that was a spew. That was dumb. Okay. I don't have any of my monsters left, so blocking here. I mean, I have to block or I die, so I guess I do. Oh, I can't block. I'm just dead. Okay. Right? Yeah. Oops. Okay. What do we want here? I'm not sure. I want to not get crabominated. That's what I want. Let's send it back. Yeah, this is fine. Start with the Undercity sewers. I will take a swamp. That's fine. They've got an Urza's Bauble. They get to see a life death. Okay. I'll play this swamp. And then I think in their instep, I entomb something and then I life death it. Seems good enough for me. The question is, what do I want? I mean, Grizzlebrand is obviously very good. Krang being indestructible is good. Could get the Triplicate Titan. Deathclaw can come in and kill one of their lands. I don't hate that. Let's do that. I drew Flash. Not worried about that. I could Frantic Search first. Maybe I happen to draw the Fanatic. Can discard it and reanimate it and get both it and Deathclaw. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, let's discard Flash and Show and Tell. They have 2 mana up. That's scary, but maybe they won't do anything. Let's find out. Target Deathclaw, pay for it like so. Okay, cool. I'm going to blow up their blue source. They've got Bitter Triumph. All right, so they're killing my Deathclaw. We apparently have very similar decks. I don't have any counter spells, so that's fine. I will recall myself and pass the turn. Now I have this Emperor of Bones that can get the Deathclaw back, which is what I will do. I'll blow up their black source. Dismember. That sucks. Yeah, alright. My thoughts. Probably the Ponderer, the Liliana here. They did take the Liliana. Okay. Super Shredder and Black Widow. I can ponder first. Okay. I don't currently have anything to do any reanimating with. Let's do... We'll just shuffle the Titan in Island Delta. Don't use Ponder's ability. Super Shredder. Polluted Delta. Fetch. Grab. An Island. Play Black Widow. And pass the turn. Emeritus of Ideation. Sure. So 5/5 flyer. They are prepared. Thought Scour myself. Hit Twilight Diviner and Dark Ritual. These both have Menace, so they are both getting in there. Black Widow. Do I cast their Talisman of Progress, or do I put a 1/1 counter on Black Widow? I think we put a 1/1 counter on Black Widow. Opponent's going to cast their Prepared Recall. Mox Opal. Talisman of Dominance. Urza. Yikes. That's pretty good. Not attacking with the Emeritus. Okay. Here's a Moon Shadow, another thing that just grows bigger. I don't think I can attack here, though. This game is that I'm in a rough spot, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oko. Oh, geez. This game is feeling real unwinnable now. So they will presumably elk one of my things. Doing an Urza flip. I don't have the Damnation in my deck to draw to, so things are bad. Okay, Black Widow becomes an elk. Still has a 1/1 counter though, so that's pretty good. I mean, I guess I might as well Metamorphosis Fanatic. Yes. Grab Twilight Diviner. It's not like the best, but it's something. Oh, sick. Okay. I don't have a way to draw the... Yes, if I put the Night's Whisper on... Or, no, I don't have a way to draw any of these right now. Okay, so if I put Brazen Borrower on top and then put Night's Whisper on top, next turn I can draw them both. Yeah. Assuming I can cast this, I should be able to. I have a couple life linkers. This is still a 5/5, so I can't super attack. I think we passed the turn here. So draw Night's Whisper, draws Brazen Borrower, can Petty Theft, probably just the construct token. All right, Twilight Diviner is basically unchanged. They've got Teferi, Hero Dominaria off of their Urza flip. It's fine. They uptick their Urza, or their Teferi. Are they doing any attacking? They're still not attacking. Okay. I mean, that's good for me. Okay. I can still Brazen Borrower as well. Petty Theft. Send the token out of here. Force of Will. Okay. That's fine. Well, go to combat. There's still no attacks that make a lot of sense. So I think I still don't attack. Basically drawing to like a Griselbrand effectively. They're doing an Urza flip. Revealed a land. Karn, Scion of Urza. Okay. We got a bunch of planeswalkers. Now they have 2 constructs. That's pretty bad for me. They've now Okoed my Super Shredder. It is bigger now. Oh, I meant to cycle this off in my... Oh, it's still the end step. Okay. Cycle off the Triome. Okay, we found Griselbrand. That's very good. I think I need this land as well to cast it. Well, hopefully they don't have a counter spell. Oh, wait. I have to tap this for black. Okay. Do we have any reason to start attacking yet? No. Surveillance Cam's going to tap down the Griselbrand, presumably, which is bad, but maybe okay. Oh, the Fanatic. One of the lifelinks things, sure. And then they're sacking it. Tap down one of the other lifelink things, presumably. Probably the one named Griselbrand, if I had to guess. Oh no, it's the Moonshadow. That one doesn't even have lifelink. Okay. That's kind of odd. Oh, because Teferi's just gonna put the Griselbrand into my deck. Okay. 5, 10. Okay, they've got 5 that I can't block, and then probably can block the rest and gain some life. All right, you know what? We're doing it. Oh, now I'm dead. All right. Okay, well, we can flash Triplicate Titan here. We're on the draw. I think this is fine. Opponent has Black Lotus. Okay, cool. Black Lotus into Seasoned Pyromancer. And they do have a land. Okay. That is a pretty good turn 1. I'm just going to play a Swamp and a Moonshadow and be very sad at what my turn looked like compared to theirs. Opponent shocks in their Steam Vents. I can't reasonably block anything, or stuff dies and then I'm sad. Okay. We play Island And then nothing. We flash Triplicate Titan on their turn. And that will both grow Moonshadow and put some 3/3s in play. I like that. Okay. Cathar Commando. That's pretty annoying, but that's fine. Okay. Now we flash. Oh no. Containment Priest. Well, that sucks. Well, yikes. Now I don't want to put anything into play. Because because this exiles it. Does that happen before it dies to flash? I don't know. I don't know how this works. We're going to find out. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. How do I even beat a Containment Priest? Yikes. Okay. That's very bad. That's how. Okay. We're okay. I mean, we might be dead, but we're kind of okay. Ponder is good. Leave that on top, I guess. And then in combat, we will kill the Containment Priest by discarding Emperor of Bones, or no, I don't know. Okay. I will cast by discarding a card. It will be the Emperor of Bones, yeah. This will grow the Moonshadow, but it's going to be normalized, and I'm going to concede. Cool. Okay. Yikes. I definitely want Damnation. Do I have anything else here that helps deal with this? Not really. That's unfortunate. Damnation comes in. Flash and Show and Tell are both kind of bad if they're on Containment Priest. I mean, all of my deck is bad if they're on Containment Priest, let's be real. Let's cut. I don't know what to cut here. We'll cut Life Death. That's fine. We'll go down a little bit on the reanimate stuff. Yes, I'd like to go first. Okay. Well, maybe we can show and tell one of these things before Containment Priest is a problem. Keep and hope for the best. Island pass. Okay, they have a tap land. This is good. Unless they're holding the Containment Priest, in which case things are very bad. Well, here goes nothing. Krang is obviously a clock immediately, but I could blow up this tapped land and really put them behind. I'm going to try that. No, are you kidding me? Oh, wait, I can kill the Containment Priest. Make it dead. Thank goodness. Another reason to play the Deathclaw, I guess. Oh my gosh, of course they have swords. Why wouldn't they have swords? And a Ragavan? Are you kidding me? Jeez. Opponent is beating me up real good. Okay. I can put this Super Shredder in front of this Ragavan. Then it can't attack me without dying. Okay. Let's grab... I don't have anything else to do. We'll grab the Undercity Sewer. We'll put the Triome in the graveyard. Well, that sucks. I love that they have drawn the perfect answer for everything that I'm doing on every single turn. It's awesome. My favorite. Yeah, cool. I am back to doing nothing. And now Ragavan gets to hit me. And they're going to bestow the Phoenix onto it. Sweet. Big Ragavan. I am so screwed. This game is already over. What did you hit? You hit just a swamp. Okay. That's okay. I guess I can bounce the Ragavan in combat. And that's something. Yeah. That's what we're going to do. Petty Theft the Ragavan, which you will be able to just replay, but can't do much about that. Yep, Ragavan's back. Thraben Inspector. There's Damnation. Okay, so I just need to draw a land. So let's put Emperor of Bones down to potentially block the Ragavan, and then hope we draw land. We'll exile the Containment Priest. Portable Hole. Okay, well, so much for blocking Ragavan. If they hit a land, I'm going to be very upset. Don't be a land. No, it was a land. No. No, I'm not going to draw one. Draw land anyway? Nope. Okay, I guess we do that. Well, that's something for future turns, maybe. Things are rough out here. Luckily, everything's pretty small, but I am dying. Don't hit a land this time. It was Ponder. Okay. It's a little better. They're going to cast my Ponder. Wishbless Meadow is a tapped land. Okay, sweet. Well, hopefully this works. I'm going to cast Damnation. They have a No More Lies. I concede the game. GG, opponent. You drew everything you needed at all times. So that was a 1-2. We had a couple of decent games, and then that last game, my opponent just drew everything that they needed at all times. I think what I'm missing here is kind of just more interaction. I didn't find much of that, or didn't take much of that either way. But pretty decent little league. Vintage Cube is great. You should play it while it's still around. And with that, I think I will leave it here, and I will just catch you in the next one.